Clip of the day.
Well, I mean, Amy Goodman is the one who still cracks me up with this.
All right, let's get back
the
to
way
her.
she went into the finding these obscure people. A lot of them are like, who cares what the St. Petersburg, Florida mayor thinks?
Well.
I mean, and then he's, of course, doing the same thing Trump wants to do. He wants to ban all Trumps, which I guess means Ivanka. I don't know what he's talking about. Is that what he's talking about? All Trumps.
I don't know.
Well, let's continue this little thing with Trump takedown on Deanne, part 2.
Author J.K. Rowling compared Donald Trump to the villain in her best-selling Harry Potter series, tweeting, quote, Voldemort was nowhere near as bad, unquote.
I just have to stop for a moment and take that in.
Is that outrageous?
I think it belongs on Democracy Now! This is what PBS does. Oh, man.
In a series of interviews Tuesday, Donald Trump also falsely claimed there are areas of London and Paris that have become so, quote, radicalized that police are afraid for their lives. He made the claim in an interview on MSNBC's Morning Joe.
Paris is no longer the same city it was. They have sections in Paris that are radicalized where the police refuse to go there. They're petrified. The police refuse to go in there. We have places in London and other places that are so radicalized that the police
Here
are afraid
in
for their own
France,
lives.
where the far-right anti-immigrant National Front, led by Marine Le Pen, surged in Sunday's regional elections, French Prime Minister Manuel Valls tweeted, quote, Trump, like others, stokes hatred and conflations. Our only enemy is radical Islamism, unquote.
Now, wait, stop. Another little episode of mind control.
Mm-hmm.
This was a gem. She brings in Marie Le Pen.
Yes, the radical far-right.
Radical far-right nut job, Marie Le Pen.
Yeah.
She got no quotes from her.
Who the French are voting for. The French like her.
I know they do. But listen to this. Yeah. So she drops her name. It's a name drop. She drops the name in there as if it's got something to do with the Trump story. It doesn't. It has nothing to do with the Trump story. No. But she then interconnects Marie Le Pen with the French prime minister who has some anti-Trump thing. He's not part of the.
No.
He's not got nothing to do with Le Pen.
No.
But the way she does this, it's almost
legitimized.
Most people won't notice it, but and what she's trying to do here is do another connective where you have an association, one with the other. And what she's trying to say in the subtext is Marie Le Pen is a right-wing nut job, and even she thinks Trump is crazy.
Now, do you think that the way this is put together in this program, that it is completely intentional?
No.
It's just her subconscious.
The underlying thinking.
That's what I thought, yeah.
In other words, they're a lot of the. Sometimes it is. I don't think this was, but it might have been because it's so off the wall. I mean, this could have been intentional, but it's just the way they think.
It's the thinking that scares me.
It's already fully in place. The way to do this. It's almost like built in. It's like I was talking to somebody the other day about. Again, I'll bring up a basketball analogy where some basketball players, they're doing stuff by instinct because they practice it so often, and so there's a lot of instinctual mind control going on. They don't even know they're doing it, but they are. It's so obvious.
There's an overall kind of a meta theme thing happening right now. I was in the car a couple times over the past few days, and of course I'm listening to Sirius 127 Progress, the progressive channel, with Thom Hartmann and Michelangelo Signorelli. Those guys are on for 3 hours each, I think. And had it on for 6 hours. They're not even talking about Democrats, democratic values. They're only talking about it's incredibly bigoted, actually. Crazy Republicans, nut job. That's all they do. Not a single thing about, let's look at rainbows and unicorns and whatever, Democrats left wing want. Nothing. It's only about, that is actual hate.
It's hate.
Pure hate.
Yeah, it's true and genuine hate. Thom Hartmann, when you watch him on television, you can see it in his eyes.
Oh, he hates.
He squints his eyes, and it is just, the hate is pouring out of him. It's just, wow. How do you get to that?
Well, there was another connection, and I learned something that I don't believe was supposed to come out just yet. Now, Trump, in his statement focused on two surveys, one by the Pew Research Center, which I looked at the survey. I couldn't find anything in, at least what I saw, to back up his claims. But he also used the Center for Security Policy, and that is run by Frank Gaffney. And Frank Gaffney is friends with, who's the crazy lady with the Muhammad cartoons in Texas.
Oh, right. By the way, and she... Geller, I think?
Yeah, Pamela Geller, yeah.
She is banned from the UK.
Well, of course.
She's on the list. So she can't go to the UK.
So there's this discussion about...
Buy some crumpets.
There's this discussion about the source of Trump's information.
Trump cited polling data from the Center for Security Policy that he said indicated dangerous levels of anti-American sentiment among Muslims in the United States. The Southern Poverty Law Center, which tracks hate groups nationwide, described the head of the center, Frank Gaffney, as, quote, one of America's most notorious Islamophobes.
Okay, but that wasn't all, as this Muslim lawyer was, I don't know if she was also on CBS, she let something slip, which I was surprised by.
Let me read some emails. David writes,
this is NPR.
I'm all for tolerance, and I unequivocally am disgusted by pretty much everything that comes out of Trump's mouth, but I was taken aback by polls that showed a significant percentage of Muslims felt violence and terror attacks are justified on religious grounds. Let's go to you on this, Medea. We should mention, by the way, that Trump specifically referred to a poll of Frank Gaffney's, which has been discredited. It said half of Muslim Americans were in favor of some way of violence.
Yeah, I think what's important to recognize is that Frank Gaffney and his group have been recognized by the Southern Poverty Law Center as a hate group. And I'm sorry, they have not yet, but they will be recognized as a hate group in the coming year.
Oh, what did they have? Like
what?
Did they have a beauty pageant or something? And how does she know this?
Wow.
This is an
That is an astonishing clip.
I know. I was blown away because she clearly knows it.
Yeah.
And
it's on their agenda. They got they got their checklist. They just had a board meeting. What are we going to do? Well, I think a good time to do this would be, just before the election or to get something figured out. It's a scam.
And wow. And the
by the way, it's borderline clip of the day.
Yeah, I'll take a borderline from you. It is the Southern Poverty Law Center is a nonprofit organization that brings in $300 million a year. You gotta wonder.
Yeah, $300 million a year. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, you did say it.
Amen. Fist bump.
That's all right. All right, let's continue with your.
They would have probably at this point the way they make their money is by fees.
Yeah.
You want us to put them on the hate? They're probably the reason they haven't done it yet, and she knows this, is they're looking into the legality of getting their asses sued by somebody.
Oh, probably.
And, for slander, because there's I don't know if there's any evidence of this, that they're a hate group. This survey
there's
company.
So many groups on the hate group list. It's that outfit is nuts. All right, let's continue with your Democracy Now.
On to clip 3 of the Democracy Now! Takedown of Donald Trump.
Meanwhile, London Mayor Boris Johnson rejected Trump's claims about radicalization in London, saying, quote, the only reason I wouldn't go to some parts of New York is the real risk of meeting Donald Trump, he said. Trump's comments about Muslims come amidst increasing incidents of Islamophobia in the United States. In Philadelphia, the FBI and police have opened an investigation after a bloody pig's head was left at the entrance of a mosque. The pig's head was found Monday morning at the Al-Aqsa Islamic Society. Pork is considered forbidden or haram in Islam.
Oh, brother.
Wait, hold on. It's forbidden or haram, which is an Arabic word in Islam. Mm-hmm. Does she mean the word is Islam, not Arabic? Well, I couldn't figure out.
I'm not sure.
All right.
I even saw a closed caption video of that event. You see like a rusty old jalopy roll up, throws the pig's head up. It looked like a jalopy.
Okay,
yeah. Jalopy. They threw the pig's head up.
Pig's head.
Let's get back. This country does horse heads in the bed, people. Come on, get together.